Hi, greetings everyone. My name is Sanju Burkule, and I'm going to take you through this OpsPilot concept, what it is, and how it is going to significantly help IT ops teams across the globe. So let's get started. So OpsPilot is a AI production software engineer. So the production environments that you see, which IT ops handles, this is a software engineer handling the production environments. And what it essentially does is it handles all the operational grunt work, resolving incidents, gathering evidences, all the alerts that it is receiving, handling all those alerts 24 by 7, day and night for any number of alerts. Okay. So it not only is looking at the production support part of it, but also the DevOps part of it. So it extends beyond traditional IT ops right up to source code. The goal of OpsPilot is basically to resolve tickets extremely fast so that the business is back on track. And that's measured by this metric called MTTR, mean time to repair. That is reduced by 90%. Okay. So with AI, the coding has speed of coding has really accelerated, and along with that speed of coding, the amount of code that is getting pushed into production environments, it has also increased the complexity of IT ops. Okay, so we cannot go faster until we solve these operational bottlenecks. We cannot really move faster. That's the core point. And as more and more issues pile up, you will see the SRE teams, the reliability teams really burn out, and you will see one of the highest amount of attritions today on the on-call people who are responsible for production environments. And when they resign, then it puts additional stress on the business impact. So that is essentially why this is becoming a huge problem now. And the solution that we have is how to not only resolve P0 and P1 issues, but also resolve all other issues, gather a huge amount of information as fast as possible with human in the loop to do the final fixing part of it. And let's just go through a quick demo to understand this easily. Okay. So here is an alert that you receive generally when in a IT environment. So I'll go back and show you get it in a normal email, an alert this particular service is down, you're receiving this email. So whoever are the IT ops guys who subscribe to these CloudWatch alarms, they will see these alerts. So view this alarm in the AWS management console, and this applies to all alerts coming even from normal monitoring systems, whether it is petrol monitoring or New Relic or any other monitoring system. So here is the description of the alarm, and this is the alarm. Once it comes, then it has to be owned by someone, and then investigated and then solved. So I've just copy pasted that over here. This is the alarm. Once the or you can call it alert. So alert, once it's received, then it starts. Ops pilot really starts the work of performing root cause. It generates runbooks on the fly. Alerts can be of many different types. One are some are infrastructure alerts and some are application alerts, misbehaving application. So this is an example of a application related alert. And the alerts, it would basically first identify the run book, whether a company has a run book or not. So run books may have commands or it may have steps to solve a problem. So OpsPilot automatically looks at the correct runbook. If runbook is not available, it generates a runbook on the fly for that kind of an operating system. It can be Ubuntu, Linux, any kind of an operating system. After looking at that, it generates commands to gather more information. Okay, it has understanding of the entire production deployment for that entire application. So let's say you have 10 in a typical bank, you have 10 different accounts, AWS accounts with 10 different applications running. So the dependencies within a particular account for, let's say, credit card services or any kind of services, those all dependencies are automatically understood by OpsPilot. It will then look at this, which logs really are need to be looked into. It will first figure out the log from the actual issue. It will figure out the time when the issue happened, and then it will find out the actual stream, the log stream from which from that timing this is the stream to look into. And this itself takes generally about minimum 20 minutes for like the world's best ops guy. And the most efficient ops person will minimum take 20 minutes to get this done. So after looking at all this, it predicts a particular hypothesis. This is the summary, this is the issue over here, and then it says sales assistant prod received email processor lambda function is having an issue. The possible root cause is that the function has there is no attribute called as upper, and it says the action is to relook at this input data that is passed into the lambda function. So this is the hypothesis. Then it goes further and it understands the flow of which particular browse from how the browser is calling a particular front end function and which is the service that is getting impacted. And from this, it backtracks the timeline as required. Okay, from when did this issue actually start happening? And then it also traditional ops people will not have knowledge of source code because developer is completely different from a traditional ops person. So here, since it's AI ops, it has huge amount of capabilities. It will look into not only the flow but also what happened in the source code, the check-ins, etc. When did which check-in happen from that particular date after backtracking? So it predicts the cause close to the date when the issue had started happening. So here it is showing this particular upper error, and it basically says this error is coming from this Python file over here, received email processor handler.py, line number 206. This is all this happens within 1 to 2 minutes. Today, many issues by the time they come in the environment and some ops person owns it. If it's a P0 or P1 issue, ops will own it. P3 issues are like not even looked into. There are a large number of them. Uh, and many P3s become P0s or P1s later on. So these issues, it takes a lot of time to really look into each and every log, figure it out, go to different folders, copy paste, etc. Here, OpsPilot within a minute's time is going and figuring out what the issue is. It updates all the top softwares like BMC, Soft Help Desk, ServiceNow, different softwares. It looks into it receives alerts from the top monitoring systems like Datadogs, Logic Monitor, so that immediately it can start working on it. So all three personas, whether it's IT support, DevOps, or developers, all these personas are actually helped in a big way by OpsPilot.